Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so let's begin today's class with a bhajan. Give me a moment, let me share my screen. So today we will be learning about Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. So he's composed lot of wonderful divine bhajans. So we will be learning one of his compositions today. We will be singing. Is the screen visible? Hare Krishna. Okay. So let's
Yes,
begin.
Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
नदिया गोत्र में नित्यानंदा महाजन तातिया के नाम हटा जीवर कारण नदिया गोत्र में नित्यानंदा महाजन तातिया के नाम हटा जीवर कारण श्रद्धावंजना हो श्रद्धावंजना तातिया के नाम हटा जीवर कारण श्रद्धावंजना हो श्रद्धावंजना तात्याजना महदारण नदिया गोद्रमे नित्यानंदा महाजन तात्याजना महदारण अपराध शून्य हरे नमो कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन अपराध शून्य हरे रघु कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण नादिया नादिया गोविंद नित्यानंदा महाजन पापिया से नाम हटा जीवर कारण नदिया गोविंद नित्यानंदा महाजन पापिया से नाम हटा जीवर कारण कृष्ण संसार करो छोड़िया जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्वधर्म सार कृष्ण संसार करो छोड़िया जीवे दया कृष्ण नाम सर्वधर्म सार नादिया गोत्र में नित्यानंदा महाजन पातिया से नाम हटा दिया कारण नादिया गोत्र में नित्यानंदा महाजन पातिया से नाम हटा दिया कारण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे. Let's see the translation. In the land of Nadia, on the island of Godrama, the magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened up a marketplace of holy name meant for the deliverance of all fallen souls. So here the song is, you can imagine, it is a place called Nadia in island called Bodruma. It is all in Bengal, okay, West Bengal. So there, in that place called Nadia, Lord Nityananda Prabhu has opened a shop. Okay, and what is he selling in that shop? Harinam. Okay, he's selling holy name of the Lord, for which is the only means of deliverance of all the fallen souls in this Kali Yuga. Right, and what is the price we need to pay? He's selling it. It's a shop. People should go and take Harinam and come. But we need to definitely pay something, right? Some price. So what is the price? Anybody knows what is the price we need to pay to receive holy name of the Lord? What is it that we need? Any guesses? Yeah, I got an answer in the chat. Haribol, yes. It is. It's right there in the song itself, no? Shraddha. Shraddha is the only price we need to pay. Faith. Faith in the Lord, faith in the holy name. And people need to pay the price called faith to receive the holy name of the Lord. O people of faith, by the order of Lord Gauranga, O brothers, I beg these three requests to you. Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, teach others about Krishna. These are the three things, it's requested over here for us. We need to chant the name of the Lord Krishna, worship Him, and teach others about Krishna. Being careful to remain free of offenses, just take the holy name of Lord Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is your treasure of life. है ना? Krishna Mata, Krishna Pata, Pita, Krishna Dhana, Pran. So Krishna is our mother, Krishna is our father, Krishna is our Dhana, the treasure of life. And giving up all, sinful activities, carry on your worldly duties only in relation to Lord Krishna. So we need to work for the Lord, not for ourselves. Whatever results we get from our work, we need to devote it to the Lord. Nishkama Karma Yoga, which Krishna explains in 3rd chapter, 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And then the showing of compassion to other souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion. Religion is the way in which we get connected, we reach the Lord. The religion is a way to know the Lord, know Krishna. And the best form of religion, the best way to know Krishna is to chant the holy name of the Lord. And this way it helps us deliver all the people around us, not just ourselves. By chanting, the person who hears us will also get delivered. If person who hears us can get delivered, imagine a person who is chanting. Definitely we will also get delivered because we are chanting the holy name of the Lord. Okay, so today we will be learning about Bhakti Vinoda Takhur. Anybody who is Bhakti Vinoda Takhur? You can unmute and answer, or 1 moment. Yeah, you can unmute. Who is Bhakti Vinoda Thakur? Anybody knows?
He was known by name Kedar Datta.
Sorry?
Kedar Datta.
That yes, but that is his original name. But who is he? Whose guru is he, or whose father is he? Anybody? Yeah.
He is father of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Takhur.
Yes, very nice. Yeah, he is father of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and he is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati is who? Prabhupada's guru. Okay, and he is also a guru of someone. Who is that, Mataji? Anybody knows? Yes. Yes, we did it in the last class. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. Yes, he is the guru of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. So Gaur Kishore Das Babaji is the guru of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is the father of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Okay, a lot of people get confused, so I just wanted to clarify once again. Yeah, so let's begin. about Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. He's one of the greatest acharyas who's composed millions of bhajans, kirtans, Vaishnava bhajans. Just by reading those bhajans, one can get into Krishna, bhakti. It's like a parallel shortcut we have. People who do not have time to read the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, just by reading these translations of these Vaishnava bhajans, hearing them, singing them, and learning those translations, they get attracted to Krishna. Okay, so Vaishnava bhajans, one point I always want to make clear is a lot of people, just see the music in it. It's not about music. Krishna will not see which lay you're singing, which tal you're singing, or which rag you're singing, how beautiful your voice is. That is not the significance of singing Vaishnava bhajans. Vaishnava bhajans are meant to understand the depth, the meaning the acharyas are trying to convey through the bhajans. So translation is the most important part. It's not about how beautiful you sing, it's about how well you know the translation part of it. Meaning of each line you're singing, that is important. Because that is where all the nectar is. It's not in the beauty of the rag or anything as such. Okay, so instead of scriptures, whatever you read in the scriptures, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, same thing is in a simplified way, it's conveyed through Vaishnava bhajans, in a way where normal people can easily understand. People even who are illiterate can understand. So that's the whole beauty of Vaishnava bhajans. That's why acharyas are first. Most acharyas have come up with so many Vaishnava bhajans, and Bhakti Vinoda Thakur's bhajans, they are millions in number, so famous. Every bhajan is very famous, and Nadiya Godruma that we just sang, it's very, very famous. Okay, let's begin with this pranam mantra. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Satchidananda Vinoda, Bhakti Vinoda, who is the transcendental energy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is also a Manjari. Okay, so we will, in the coming slides, we will understand which Manjari he is. And he is also a Manjari, just like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, okay, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. These are all Manjaris. The same way, he is also a Manjari, and he is the transcendental energy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was renunciation personified, right? He was known for renunciation. In the same way, Bhakti Vinoda Thakura has come to re-establish the principles of the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is the strict follower of the Goswamis headed by Srila Rupa. He is the strict followers of Goswamis. We have 6 Goswamis which we will be learning soon about, and he is the follower of all the 6 Goswamis who are headed by Rupa Goswami. So his original name, like Mataji told, it was Kedarnath Datta. He was born in 1838. Okay, so like I said, he's a Manjari. Which Manjari is he? He's a Kamala Manjari. Okay, and he's, we usually know there are 6 Goswamis, right? Shed Goswamis of Vrindavan. This is all we know. But he is called as 7th Goswami. Anybody knows why is he called as 7th Goswami? All we know is the Shed Goswamis of Vrindavan. But he is called the 7th Goswami. Why? Who can tell me? You can also put your answers in the chat. Nobody knows? So what work did Goswamis do, basically the Shed Goswamis? What were they ordered to do by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Yes, what did the Goswamis do? Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they went to Vrindavan. What did they do in Vrindavan? Wrote books, yes, Haribol. They wrote books, and that was one of the tasks. The main tasks they were sent there to Vrindavan was to uncover the places of Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. So it was 5,000 years ago, right? Krishna came and exhibited his pastimes. So all the places were covered. It was, fully covered with. It was basically all the places were covered. They had to go and uncover them, unearth them. So basically they did that work. In the same way, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur is considered seventh Goswami because he uncovered the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world 500 years ago. He came, he gave a lot of teachings, and he left. When he left the world, after some time, what happened? His teachings were, misinterpreted. Like same like Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says right in the fourth chapter, the disciplic succession. It was the Bhagavad Gita knowledge was passed through disciplic succession to all people in general. But what happened going forward? The disciplic succession was broken, and yogo nashta parantapa, the actual science was in itself lost, and people started misinterpreting Bhagavad Gita. Same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came and gave us a lot of teachings, but after some time, the disciplic succession was lost. People started, hearing wrong things. They started misinterpreting Bhagavad Gita when the teachings of Lord Chaitanya when they were teaching others. Okay, so they were all getting misinterpreted. So Bhakti Vinoda Thakur had to come and re-establish the teachings and the principles delivered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were all misinterpreted. So he had to uncover the real, the truth of those teachings and then give it to people in its original way. Like that's the reason Krishna came, right? Krishna came and he said, यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. When adharma takes the lead over dharma, that means when the actual dharma in itself, the teachings of the Lord are getting misinterpreted. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yogaive. I come again to re-establish them. Same way, that time Krishna came, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, all his teachings were misinterpreted. Bhakti Vinoda Thakur came and he uncovered the actual truth and delivered in this as it is to people. Like Shad Goswamis, like how Shad Goswamis uncovered Vrindavan, Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, pastime places in Vrindavan. Same way, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur uncovered the actual teachings given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why he's called the seventh Goswami. He was born in Nadia. We just had the bhajan, right? Nadia Godrumit. So Nadia is a place in West Bengal. He was born there. Okay, his father's name was Ananda Chandra Datta and mother's name was Jagat Mohini Guru. And he is the Jagat Mohini, and he is the disciple of Jagannath Das Babaji. Okay, so Bhakti Vinoda Thakur's Guru Maharaj is Jagannath Das Babaji. Okay, and after taking initiation, his name became Sri Satchidananda Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. Kedarnath Datta became Sri Satchidananda Bhakti Vinoda Thakur after taking initiation. So this is his spiritual name which he got. Okay, so he's a great Vaishnava, poet, preacher, acharya, magistrate, and main acharya of Kali Yuga. Like I already told you, he is one of the greatest acharyas, and he worked as a magistrate in a court. Such high level post he was in. And very intellectual. Definitely, we need to be intellectual to get into that such high level post. And he used his intelligence, all his intellect in service to the Lord. So that's what we should be ideally doing. Whatever we are blessed with, we need to use it for the service to the Lord. If you're dancing, if you have talent in dancing, dance for Krishna. If you have talent in singing, sing for Krishna. If you are an artist, if you are good at sketching, draw Krishna. Right? Somehow it's all preaching. When you sing a song about Krishna, when people listen to you, it's you're preaching them Krishna consciousness. Preaching is not sitting and taking a class only. Okay, preaching is just awareness, spreading awareness, influencing people about Krishna consciousness is called preaching. Even giving prasadam to people, feeding them with prasadam is also preaching, because you're spreading Krishna consciousness. You're giving Krishna bhakti to people. Just spreading that awareness, letting people know about Krishna is preaching. Okay, so we can preach in any way. We can cook food, offer it to the Lord, feed it to people as Krishna prasadam, and you become a preacher of Krishna consciousness. Okay, it's just about giving people awareness about Krishna. And yeah, so his main weapon, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's main weapon was pen, because he wrote books. He was the first person after, because he understood why were teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lost? Why did people start misinterpreting them? Why did the actual truth in his teachings, just went in the air? It's because there was no written base, written evidence for his teachings. There was no written, proofs, or it was not recorded anywhere in a literary format. Okay, that's why when you hear from people, and if they are not qualified to teach what they heard, or if they hear it wrong or understand it wrong from their acharyas, they will teach the wrong thing to the other person. And that person who is listening or learning will also learn the wrong thing and again spread the wrong thing, right? So because there is nothing, a solid base was not there, where people can go revisit the teachings, learn them, read them, clarify things, and then preach accurate ones. There was no solid base. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur stressed on writing. He wrote so many books of Chaitanya's teachings to bring out the actual essence in its way. And that's why his weapon was pen. Pen was his weapon. He broke all apasampradayas, including Sakhivedis, Gauranga Nagaris, etc. So these are all different sampradayas which claim godlessness in the name of godliness. Okay, they come and preach godlessness in the name of God, which is totally unacceptable. Okay, so he came and broke all of them. How? Through that solid evidence, by literary, literature. Literature was his main instrument to spread Krishna consciousness and to re-establish the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, he wrote 100 spiritual books, including Harinama Chintamani and Bhajana Rahasya. That's him. And he discovered Yoga Pitha, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. See, another evidence why he's called seventh Goswami, because he discovered birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, Shad Goswamis discovered the pastime places of Sri Krishna, right, in Vrindavan. Same way, he discovered the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna. So that's how he's, it's more strengthened, that saying that he's seventh Goswami. The evidence is more strengthened. And he also wrote a lot of Vaishnava bhajans. We already discussed this, right? And then sent the book Sri Gauranga Leela Smarana to Canada in 1896. Can you imagine? He started spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. He put the foundation. He laid the foundation stone for that. Back in 1896 itself, he sent Sri Gauranga Leela Smaran to Canada when Prabhupada appeared. That was the time when Prabhupada, came. And then he is called the ray of Vishnu. So because of this thing, this mission that he wanted to re-establish the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he needed a person to help. He alone cannot do all this, right? He needs help, and for that he needs a fit person, right? So day and night he prayed to Jagannath. He prayed to the Lord to bless him a son who can be effective in helping him in spreading Krishna consciousness. So that's how he prayed day in and day out, and he finally, see, if we pray, Krishna will definitely bless, provided it is for his pleasure. It's for the pleasure of the Lord. He wanted a son, a fit son, not for his own sense gratification. He wanted to spread Krishna consciousness. That means it was for Krishna's pleasure that he wanted his son, right? So he prayed. So if you want to do anything for Krishna's pleasure, Krishna immediately sanctions. Okay, so we need to pray. Krishna just checks how desperate are you, how important is this desire to you, how intense or how strong is your desire. Just let him know with your heart how it's very important to you. Serving Krishna is very, very important to you, and then you ask him, in this way I want to serve you, please bless, and then he will bless. Same way, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was born to Bhaktivinoda Thakur after he prayed for long time. And that's why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is called Ray of Vishnu. He prayed, and Krishna himself blessed, sent Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati as an empowered incarnation to help him in re-establishing the teachings of Chaitanya. That was his mission, right? So Yeah, so here we have the trio, very nice combination. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur spread Krishna consciousness all around Bengal, West Bengal. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati spread Krishna consciousness all over India. And what did Prabhupada do? Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. What a powerful combination, right? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's son is Bhakti with Siddhanta Saraswati. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's disciple is Prabhupada. See how the connection is. So anything auspicious or anything strong you want to do, establish in Krishna consciousness in the society, you need to always go back. Your roots will be in your guru, your acharya, from where you come from, your background. That's why we all always have to get attached, intensely be attached to our guru. What kind of attachment is it? Following the instructions given by the guru, intensely following the instructions given by our guru to us, and that helps us accomplish or expand, excel in Krishna bhakti, advance in our spiritual life. Attachment is not just okay, I will talk to my guru today, see how he is, how is his health. No, that sort of attachment nobody needs, because we are not the body, we are the soul, right? Krishna will take care. Our attachment should be to his instructions. What did Prabhupada ask us to do in every book, every purport? What does he say? He says, right? Read the scriptures, make time, read, and every lecture he says, Prabhupada says, read my books. Why have I written these books? For what joy did I sacrifice my sleep and wrote these books for you? For what joy did I, put my blood and sweat into it and get these books published? Publication was not easy those days. We learned all this when we learned about Srila Prabhupada. Right? And for what joy did I do all this? He's saying, right? For you guys, for you all to read. And so it's our responsibility to follow his instructions because we are considering him to be our guru. Right? He is our father, he is our guru. We've given that place to him, and it's our responsibility to follow his instructions and read at least one page every day. Make time, make 15 minutes time. Reading one page takes hardly 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? And entirely meditate upon what you read. Okay? It's not just reading one page, closing the book, and waiting for the next day. No. Entire day, just keep thinking, okay, what did I read? Oh, I read this. How can I implement it? And Prabhupada gives examples in the purports. If you see, all those examples ties back to our daily lives. When you look around, those incidents actually, are recreated in our lives. And then it reminds us, okay, Prabhupada gave the similar example. See, and then you know how to tackle that situation, and your perspectives change. And that way, your every situation in your life becomes Krishna conscious by connecting back to Prabhupada, because he's a pure acharya, right? And associating with pure acharya, sadhu sanga sarva shastra khai, lava matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhi ho. You get sarva siddhi if you associate with the pure devotee. And associating with pure devotee cannot be made easier, right? Associating with Prabhupada's books is the easiest way because he's personally written them. It's his words we are reading. So we are actually associating with him. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a Manjari, right? He definitely he's Kamala Manjari. So he when he predicts something, they are divine, people, spiritual people directly from Goloka. They have come here. Definitely, those predictions will come true. So he predicted. He is the one who predicted the appearance of Srila Prabhupada. He came. He said, soon a person will appear and he will travel all over the world and spread the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. That's Srila Prabhupada who went to the Western world. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur had predicted it long, long ago, and it happened, right? And then he also predicted very soon chanting Harinam will be spread all over the world. That is again come true. Literally, if you see, Prabhupada himself established 108 temples. And after that, if you see, every city has ISKCON center today. And in fact, metropolitan cities have more than one ISKCON temples, lavishly built ISKCON temples. Doing what? Kirtan. 24 hours they do Kirtan. Right? Almost every established ISKCON temple have Kirtan teams taking turns and doing Kirtan 24 hours. In Vrindavan, this was started by Amritas Prabhu. And people follow it, right? And all over the world, Harinam is now well spread. And then he also said, third prediction, he said, fair-skinned foreigners will come to Mayapur and join with the Bengalis to chant Jai Satchidananda Gaura Hari. And that is also happening. Mostly, mostly it's Americans, it's Western people who actually take to Krishna consciousness than Indians. Indians, they half the time they waste in questioning. I know Krishna. What do you think you're telling me about Krishna? From my birth, my parents have told me he's Krishna, right? But do they really know who is Krishna? Unless you chant Bhaktya Mama Vijanate, Krishna says only his devotees understand him, not common people. He has a Yogamaya covering. He does not reveal to common people. Krishna is not cheap. He's not going to reveal to everybody. We need to deserve that capability, we need to deserve it. And only when you, with full faith, we just learned, right? The price we need to pay to receive Harinam and chant holy name of the Lord is what? Faith. Faith in the Lord, faith in the holy name, right? Krishna has appeared in the form of holy name, right? In Kali Yuga, Krishna Roop, Namavatar, right? In Kali Yuga, Krishna has come in Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna has come in Nama Roop, in the form of holy name. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, everybody asked, okay, now no Krishna, no other incarnation is there, so no God in Kali Yuga. Who said? God is there 24 hours in the form of his name, holy name, Krishna. Right? So we need to chant the holy name of the Lord with full faith. And that's what foreigners did. And that's why when Prabhupada started preaching Krishna consciousness in India, he never got proper reception. Nobody accepted it. Okay, but when he went to the Western countries, people actually took Prabhupada very, very seriously, and they understood the value of Harinam, and they took to Krishna consciousness. Okay, just give me a moment. Yeah. Okay, so now the pastimes, the various pastimes of Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. So there was a tree, okay, there was a banyan tree, and there was a ghost there sitting in the banyan tree. And you know what? And everybody knew, some people knew there was ghost in that tree. And you know what Bhakti Vinoda Thakur did? He was like, you hold Bhagavatam classes there, you hold Krishna conscious activities there, chant the Harinam. Okay, and gradually, when people did all that under that banyan tree, near the banyan tree, the ghost within the tree heard gradually, constantly heard Shravanadi Shuddha Chittam, right? Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. So Shravanam, hearing is the first process of cleansing or devotional service. Hearing is the first process, easiest process, most effective process. So that ghost in that tree heard all this with oral reception. What happened? Shravana Adi. We begin our devotional life with hearing. And the ghost also heard, and finally the ghost got delivered. Immediately the ghost got delivered. It got, the ghost got a next janma, where in that next janma, the ghost could, take a proper janma form of a human form of life, execute devotion service, become a devotee, and go back to Krishna. That's the power of holy name. And ghost bodies have these, subtle bodies with it. It's just that the gross body is absent. The skin, muscles that we have, that body is absent. But ghosts also have a body called subtle body, where mind is still present. The subconscious mind, all that mind is still present. So the ghost is very well aware of its identity, who the ghost was in his previous birth. Now, because of the mind has not gone. Its mind is still there with the ghost. Okay, so that's why they can hear. They can the ability is still there. They can hear. They can see. All that is there. So that's how the ghost started hearing and got delivered ultimately. So that's why, and he's a scholarly personality. Okay, and also, yeah, he's the wife of Bhagavati Devi, and son is Vimala Prasad, we already know. And yeah, what happened in yeah, Ratha Yatra. So this is another wonderful pastime. I think we did this in Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's pastimes. Anybody knows what happened during Jagannath Ratha Yatra when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati was born? He was still a baby. What happened? You can unmute and answer.
The Ratha was
Yes.
not moving.
Yes. Why? What happened? And when did it start moving? Yes, Mataji.
Then they fed him prasad from Vimala Devi's Mahaprasad, and he was brought and kept in the deity's place.
Yes,
And
yes,
Guardian
yes.
fell on the child, and the child's hand extended up to the deity.
Yes, very good. So, because Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a magistrate, during Ratha Yatra, all the Rathas used to come. Jagannath Ratha, Subhadra Devamai Ratha, and Baladev Ratha used to come near his place and then move for the Yatra. Okay. So, because he's a magistrate, he's a VIP of the city, right? So, same way, that year also Jagannath Ratha Yatra was happening and the Ratha came near his place, but for constantly so many days, the Ratha didn't move. It didn't move. Elephants were about to pull. No, nothing helped. Okay, it was stuck there. And then his wife, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife, Bhagavati Devi, she went and brought Vimala Prasad, that is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. He was an infant that time. He went and brought him and took him, gave it to the priests inside the Ratha and asked them to give him blessings from the deity, Jagannath deity. And the moment Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati touched the feet of the Lord, garland fell from the Lord Jagannath around the baby, the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, and then the next moment Ratha started moving. That means Jagannath was waiting to bless Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. This is just to prove that he is the ray of Vishnu. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was the actual person that Bhakti Vinoda Thakur prayed for so that he can help in his mission. Okay, and then Bhakti Vinoda Thakur left his body in 1914. Okay, um, yeah. So now, so these are the teachings. Now we are focusing on the teachings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay, he describes surrender unto the Supreme Lord in this way. Maravi rakhavi yo ichcha tohara nitya dasa pratituya adhikara. So my Lord, I'm now surrendered unto you. I am I'm your eternal servant. And if you like, you can kill me, or if you like, you can protect me. In any case, I'm your fully surrendered servant. I'm fully surrendered unto you. So this is called surrenderance. Surrenderance means, to an extent where Krishna's happiness is going to be your happiness. You don't want anything else. In Sikshashtakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "You're my master. If you want, I have come to you. I have surrendered unto you. If you want, you can hurt me or you can hug me. You can embrace me. It's up to you. If you want, you embrace me, or if you want, you can hurt me. I'm okay with both. Your happiness matters to me. Nothing else matters to me. Okay, that is called surrenderance. It's called unconditional love. It's to the highest level. Very difficult to even relate to it at this point because we don't even know what it is. No, in this material world, that love doesn't exist. All what exists in material world is lust. What am I going to get from that person if I show love towards that person? So that's not called love, that's called lust because you're doing it with expectation in return. Even Prabhupada, while writing Jaladita prayers, he said, I'm a puppet in your hands. Make me dance, make me dance, make me dance the way you want, oh Lord, he says. I don't have any independent feeling or desire anything as such. I am here as a puppet in your hand. I'm an instrument in your hand. Do whatever you want with me. I'm ready to do that. That is called surrenderance. That's called love. That is called love. That doesn't exist in today's society, especially in material world. It doesn't exist. And yeah, always anxious to use every moment. It's called avyarta kalatvam. It's one of the symptoms of pure devotees. This symptom is seen, this quality is seen in pure devotees. What is it? Avyarta kalatvam. Each moment the devotee, keeps track of. Did I waste this moment? What did I do this moment? What did I do this second? Did I use this very second in Krishna consciousness? Did I use this very minute in pleasing my Krishna? That is the kind of, avyarta kalatvam, that is the kind of mentality they have. They are not going to let even a single moment pass in ignorance. They are always conscious of Krishna every time. So he followed a strict timetable to follow this, to exhibit this kind of avyarta kalatvam quality. What did he do? 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. He slept. Only for 2 hours he slept. Only for 2 hours. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Can you imagine? Entire night he sat and wrote. He wrote 100 books, so obviously he needs a lot of time to write. And then 4 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. again he rested for a while, and 4:30 to 7 a.m. He chanted Brahma Muhurtam, right? 4:30 to 7 a.m. We need to chant the holy name of the Lord. That's the best time to chant. If you want to excel in your chanting, advance, improve the quality of your chanting, we need to chant in Brahma Muhurtam. Okay, at least, if 4:30, waking up at 4:30 is not possible, at least 5:30 to 6:30, 7 o'clock, we need to chant. And then 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., what did he do? Correspondence. And 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., he studied the Shastras. 9:30 to 10 a.m., he did his own, daily, our personal chores, bathing, having prasadam. And what kind of prasadam? See how simple his food was. Half liter milk, fruits, 2 chapatis. That's all. That was what his food was. So simple. Right? And he knew what is milk? Milk is miracle food. It's complete food. It's the best food. And if you have milk every day, you don't need to take any medicines or anything. Offer that milk to the Lord and take it as prasadam. That milk is going to give you all the, free from all. You're going to be free from all the diseases, because it's miracle food from humankind. And then 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. His duties. Okay, he was a magistrate, so he had to go to the court, right? So he went to the court. And 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. he used to come back home and refresh himself. And 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. again he used to go back to the court, finish his job. 10 to 5 job it was. So he had to invest his 8 hours. And then 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. translate Sanskrit Shastras to Bengali. See, he wrote 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. the books, spiritual books for us to understand Krishna consciousness. And 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. he translated the scriptures to Bengali for all Bengali people to read. And again, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. He took bath and he ate prasadam. 2 times a day he used to eat. And what are we doing? We eat 4 times a day, 6 times a day, right? Overeating is also a cause of diseases we get. And he used to eat only prasadam, no, nothing else, no other junk or anything. And he was strict in his diet as well. Okay, so sleep altogether was almost, if you see, including a nap or a power nap or a rest, you can say, altogether it was 3 hours. But actual sleep, he just slept for 2 hours. And that 1 hour extra was just, resting, taking a nap. And writing 8.5 hours he wrote. And japa and study for 4 to 5 hours. Right? And work 6 hours. So this is the way, avyarta kalatvam. So we also, we need to follow in the footsteps of these acharyas. We are not supposed to imitate them. If we sleep for 2 hours, next day we will fall sick. Okay, we don't have that capability. But all we have or all we can do is follow in their footsteps. Take inspiration from this and apply it to our lives. If they are doing so much, can't we do a little bit of it? If he is investing 4 to 5 hours in Japan and studying the Shastras, can't we invest 30 minutes to 1 hour? Is it so difficult? Right? If we have time to sleep for 8 hours, cut short that 1 hour. 7 hours sleep is more than enough. Invest that 1 hour at least in doing your japa or studying the scriptures or anything as such. In case you cannot make time, right? We all have time. Okay, 24 hours. Everybody is blessed with 24 hours. It's not that we don't have time. It's just that we are not making time. Okay, Parikshit Maharaj is the best example, right? 7 days he had. He knew 7th day he is going to be dying. A snake will come and bite him and he is going to die on the 7th day. he had all the chance, right? He could have gone and done yajnas and everything to get relief from that sin that he had. That 7 days, I mean, the sin was 7 days only he will be alive, seventh day he will die. That was the sin. He was a devotee of Krishna. If he had prayed to Krishna, would Krishna say no? Definitely Krishna would say, I will relieve you of the sin. But what did he do? He rather inquired, 7 days I have. In these 7 days, how do I spend my life in the best perfect way such that I can go back to the Lord? Right? 7 days without eating, without drinking a drop of water, he sat and listened to Shukadeva Goswami, Srimad Bhagavatam. And 7 days continuously, day and night he heard. And seventh day, with full satisfaction, he left this world because he was living in Krishna consciousness. He literally lived in Krishna consciousness, right? And Prabhupada is also a best example. He also slept for 2 hours, and he also invested his time, right, in Krishna conscious activities. And yeah, so top 10 bhajans, very famous bhajans, Radha Kunja Tata. He wrote top 10 bhajans written by Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. The Bhuliya Tomara Sansara Ashya. It's very beautiful, very deep. The meaning is very deep. If you get a chance, please read the translations of all these bhajans or listen to the bhajans. If you know Bengali, you don't need to read translations, but otherwise, translation is the major part. It's not about how beautiful the music is, it's about what the meaning is. Kabe Habed Balo, Gaye Gaura Chand, very famous, all the bhajans are very famous. Amar Jibon Sada, Janma Safalam, Hari Hari Kabe, Narada Muni Bhajiya Veena, Kabe Sri Chaitanya, Nadiya Godrumi Nityananda Mahajan. So we did know today Nadiya Godrumi Nityananda Mahajan. These are all famous bhajans by Bhakti Vinoda Thakur. And Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakur has sung Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite para, tomara shakati ache. So in this song, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur describes that a pure Vaishnava, as proprietor of Krishna and love of Krishna, can deliver both to anybody, anyone and everyone he likes. So what can a pure Vaishnava deliver? Krishna and Krishna Prem. Right? So that's why Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the form of a devotee, and what did he give us? Krishna Prem, right? Namo Mahavadane Krishna Prema Pradayate. Just to show the world that devotee has this ability, devotee has this power to deliver Krishna Prem to everybody. Prabhupada gave Krishna Prem, Krishna Bhakti to hippies who were drug addicts. If they can become devotees, can't we? Right? So all that we need is to associate with a pure Vaishnava. See, here it says, only a pure Vaishnava can shower Krishna and Krishna Prem to ordinary people like us, right? No other way. And there is a shloka in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Beej. That Bhakti Lata Beej, the seed of devotion gets soaked in out of the heart only by Guru and Krishna's mercy. Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasada, Yasya Aprasada Nagati Kutopi. Only for spiritual master, if a Guru, so pure Vaishnava, Guru, spiritual master is not pleased, Krishna will never be pleased. He will never be pleased. Krishna, Vaishnava please them, Krishna will never be pleased. Okay. We need to understand and start implementing these lessons in our lives. It's very important. Pleasing the Lord is not it's not easy, because Krishna said, it's like the Prime Minister. Can you go and talk to the Prime Minister? No, right? You need to first go and talk to the PA. Right? If PA gives you permission, then only you'll get a chance to meet the Prime Minister, right? Same way, the pure Vaishnavas are all, companions, associates. They are the closest associates of the Lord. Only if they give you permission, you will get Krishna. Otherwise, no Krishna, right? Sakshat Dharitvena. Who is a pure Vaishnava? Who is a spiritual master? Equal to the Lord. Sakshat Dharitvena. He is Sakshat Krishna himself. There is no difference. Right? Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim, right? So, with the mercy of a pure Vaishnava, mukam karoti vachalam, a dumb person can talk, and pangum langayate girim, a lame person can cross the mountain. That is the mercy of a pure Vaishnava. How did Narada become a devotee? Narada, in his previous life, he was a small, a child. He was born to a maid servant. His mother was a maid servant. Okay, so poverty-stricken family he was born into, and he had no proper education, nothing. His mom used to work in others' house and get some money and give him food. Okay, and once what happens in Chaturmasa, his mother got an opportunity, golden opportunity to serve Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas had come and stayed in a cottage there in their place. And she used to go to their house every day and serve them, cook food for them, clean their house and all that. And Narada Muni, he was a child, right? So he also used to go with his mother. And those Vaishnavas used to, discuss about Krishna the entire day. Scriptures, leelas, chanting, kirtan, everything. And he used to hear, whole time he used to hear that conversation and he used to eat. So his mom used to cook prasadam, give it to the Vaishnavas. They used to offer it to the Lord, take it as prasadam, and then few things will be left in their plate after they eat, the remnants of the prasadam. That Narada Muni, this boy used to go and eat. And with that eating, after he ate those that remnants, that prasadam, instantly he got Krishna prema. And he became a devotee of the Lord. And those Vaishnavas initiated him and then said, they showed him a path to pursue Krishna. And he went to the forest, a small boy he was. He went to the forest, he started meditating upon Krishna, and next life he became Narada Muni, right? So he got an opportunity just by associating with pure devotees, and not even by serving them, just by eating the remnants of foodstuffs left by them, he became a devotee. Right? See how powerful a Vaishnava association is, right? It's unimaginable, and that's why our position is. I just told you, we cannot approach Prime Minister directly. Same way we cannot approach Krishna directly. Our position is what? Dasa Dasanudasa, right? Gopi Bhartur Padakamalayar, Dasa Dasanudasa. We are servant of Krishna. Krishna's servant we are. We are not servants of Krishna directly. No qualification we have to become Krishna's servants. Okay. I told you the department, the way it is divided, right, in Goloka. Krishna, Radha is there. Radha is served by Sakhis. They are the predominant gopis. Gopis are served by Manjaris, right? So Manjaris are also not directly serving Krishna. So this way, Radharani serves Krishna, Gopis serve, Sakhis serve Radharani, Manjaris serve the Sakhis. So this way, we are Dasa Dasanudasa. That is our position. Right? So Acharyas are all empowered in devotees of Krishna. Just by meditating upon their pastimes, we can actually get Krishna Bhakti, to be honest. Even Tulsi Maharani, for that matter, worshipping Tulsi every day, she is what? Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi, right? So she gives us Krishna Bhakti. Because Krishna belongs to them. Krishna doesn't belong to us. We need to understand this. Krishna belongs to them. They have Krishna. They carry Krishna everywhere in their hearts. Wherever they go, they take Krishna in their hearts. That's why if you see, predominant acharyas are always garlanded. When they come for pravachan or then they preach, they're first given a garland, they wear it over their neck, and then they start preaching. Why? Because Krishna is there in their heart. That garland belongs to Krishna. So Krishna belongs to them. Only they can give us Krishna. Without serving them, without knowing them, without meditating upon them, it's impossible to get Krishna prema. Okay, so let me end this class with a small story. The Sishya went. He was a small Sishya, okay, small boy. He went and he was like, teach me, okay, accept me as your disciple. So the Guru was like, yes, okay. He tested him and then accepted him and started teaching Vedas, everything. After you teach, definitely there should be an exam, right? So the Guru told, okay, today is your exam day. You need to write an exam. Then he was like, okay, fine. What should I do? The Guru was like, he showed a tree, and then you recite the Vedas. Okay, and who is going to examine? So every mistake you do while reciting, one mistake in that recitation. Okay, so you note note it down, what exactly went wrong. When the leaf falls, you note it down, you can self-assess, he said. And then he sends it. So the disciple goes, sits under the tree, and then starts doing Ganesha Vandana. That's how we begin, right? Ganesha Vandana, and then Saraswati Vandana, and then other demigods, and then we actually start with our exam. So he also did the same thing. All the leaves of the tree fell down. Not even a single leaf was there in the tree. Everything fell down. Okay, he got scared, he cried, and he ran to the Guru back, and he said, Guru, everything, all the trees fell down. I didn't even start my exam. I just did Ganesha Vandana, all the leaves fell down. What did I do? What aparad did I do? Then the Guru was like, the aparad you did was, you immediately began with Ganesha Vandana. You did not pray obeisances to your Guru. Guru comes first. If you see Mangalacharan, what do we do every day when we begin the class? Om Ajnana Timranandasya, right? Guru Stotra, Guru Stuti we do. We do Guru Vandana, then only we say, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Krishna Stuti, Radhan Vandana, all that comes later. First it is Guru Vandana. So you didn't do Guru Vandana, you immediately began Ganesha Vandana. That's the biggest mistake. You don't even have to give your exam. That in itself is a mistake, the Guru said. That is the value of a Guru. Without Guru, we cannot learn anything. We cannot get Krishna. Okay. So on that we will end. Tomorrow, next class we will learn about Jagannath Das Babaji, who is the Guru of Bhakti Vinoda Takhur. Any doubts? Any questions? Quickly raise your hands, or you can unmute and ask. Was I fast today? Let me know.